Welcome to DevOps channel. Today's video I will explain what's the basic Linux concept we have to know to become a DevOps engineer. So we know where we deploy our application or our website, most of the server are Linux based. So we have a basic knowledge of Linux. So I have already created Day-2 file for Linux file systems commands. So this is a Linux file system. So if we are logging in a Linux system, we can see this type of file system will be there. Let me open a Linux. So we see these are the file as like in the document. So if we put ll, then you can see this way. This is the file structure way. So this way. So this bin folder is we have some binary command. So which command we're using Linux, those commands are stored in bin directory, and this home directory, whichever we create a user, that user home directory will be there. So if we see here, so ll minus home, you can see here's two user, Ubuntu and Dhaka, all are located in home directory. So there is etc is a system configuration file will be there, and var variable file like log or mail, those file will be in the var directory, and root is the root user home directory. So anything related with root user, those file will be in the root directory, and temp is a temporary folder. So when you're using anything like temporary using, those file are stored in the temp directory. So these are the basic file structure of the Linux. So if we scroll down, you can see some basic commands. I already put it here. So ls, if we put ls, then it will show what file will be there. So we already see. So if we put ls, then we are in the pwd. If we put pwd, then it will show the home directory. So in the home directory, basically no file is almost there, all are hidden. Dot file means anything is dot that are hidden file. So if we put ls, then it show the normal file. So if we put ls minus l, then it will show the structure wise. So you can see the structure wise file showing. So before it was only show the file, now it's showing the structure wise, it's read write permissions and user everything. And if we put ls minus la, then it will show the all file, including the hidden files also. So in ls minus la, this way you can short term is ll. Okay, so we can see ls will show the what file in the folder or directory. So then if we want to get in any folder, if we want to get cd, and this is the root directory, then if we want to go get in etc, then you can see we are in etc. Now it's showing we are in etc. So same way, if we want to go to the home directory of any user, so this is Ubuntu user. So you can see here is showing Ubuntu. So if we want to go to Ubuntu user, then just we put cd, then this sign is called tilde, then it will automatically go to the home directory of the user. So now if I want to make a directory, so mkdir, then test, so you can see a directory is created in the home directory of the Ubuntu user, and you can see the file structure. I will explain in the later. In the bottom I have create some file to showing the file structure. So then if you want to create any file, you can just put the touch and the file name. So touch, then file would be Dhaka. So if you now put ll, you can see the Dhaka is created. It's empty file, we didn't put anything there. So if you want to delete the file, then just rm the file name. So rm test1. So sometimes we need to put -f. We are in Ubuntu. sorry, we're not test here deleting Dhaka, so rm minus Dhaka. So Dhaka file is created, and if we want to delete the directory, then we need to put rm minus fr, then test, it will delete the Dhaka directory. Okay, so now if I want to get any file, that means if you want to see what is the inside of any file, then we can use get and the file name. So let me create a file again, so like echo, then put Dhaka, then dd.text. So we create a file dd.text, and inside this there I put a text Dhaka. So if we want to see that file, so dd get, and we can see it's showing the content of that file, it's showing Dhaka. So if I want to edit that file, there is some editor. One is the most common editor is Nano and VI. I prefer to use VI. So like if I want to edit that file, so I need to put VI and the file name is dd. So now if I want to edit that file, I have to first place the I, then it will show the insert here, then I can write anything here like 1 2 3 4. Then for saving the file, I need to press escape, then shift scroll, then W key. This way it will save the file. Now if I see the file in the text, you can see the edited is here. Okay, so like if we want to say anything like a big file, then we need to use ls less, then var log, then syslog. Then you can see it's a long file, so any long file we need to open this way, and if you use down arrow, we can see the bottom thing. So if we want to exit from that file, we just need to press Q. So we can understand. So for only see the file, we can use cat, and if we want to edit those files also, then we can use VI. Okay, now we are seeing the most important thing, which is file permission and owner. So we can see when we create a file like the test, by default this user have this is user and this is Ubuntu. So if I want to see the user ID and group ID, you need to put the ID, and the user is already logged in Ubuntu, so it will show the Ubuntu. And if you want to see the Ubuntu user, you can also add the Ubuntu. Then here is showing its ID is 1000, which is showing UID is Ubuntu, and group ID is also Ubuntu, and the groups are Ubuntu, ADM. Some already is added when you create the account. And this is like sudo user. Sudo is something this root user power. So anything system need to do anything which need root privilege, then we will use sudo. So that's why is Ubuntu user also added in the sudo group. So this user also will work as a root user when you use sudo. Okay, so now another thing is file permission. File permission means who can access this file, okay, and who don't access this file. So here is showing read write X. That means this user on this is this first three dot is so not this one is for directory. I created image is bottom, you can see this. So first dot is directory. If it's directory, then it should be D, here it's a directory, then because it's showing D. So we can understand the color and the D sign, then we can understand it's a directory. So first dash is for file type, it's a directory or it's a file. Then 3 dash is showing is read write execute. So read means anyone can read that file, W means anyone can execute or edit that, so edit that file, and then X means execute. It's Windows exe file, so anyone can execute. So these 3 dot is read write and execute for the owner or who create the file. Then these 3 dot is for the group. So anyone in this group, they can do the thing what is declared there, read or write. Then last 3 dash is for other. except user and group, all the other things are like other. So now this file user can edit and users group can also edit. So this is Ubuntu user and Ubuntu group. So anyone have added in Ubuntu group, they can also edit this file. Okay, so now if I want to edit this permission, we have the easiest way is like this is R4 read, W4 write, export, execute, and dashboard no. So like if I want to delete the write option for group, then we just sometimes if we it needs sudo power, so if we put sudo, then ch mode, then for we want to change the permission for group. Okay, so for G, then if I want to like remove the permission, then minus W, then the file name dd.txt, in LLC, the W is gone from the group section. Now if we want to add again group, then I just need to change minus instead of plus. So if I put LL, and you can see LL, so we can like that group is also edit the file. So W is there. So now just create a like user, then you can understand what like exact like permission, file permission, what is the impact. So let me create a user. So for create a user, we need to put sudo user add, or we can use add user. Okay, so if we use user add, then like there will be no home directory will be created in the home folder. And if we use add user, then it will be create a home directory. So DevOps. So now I put the password, we type the password, same password. So we can just put enter. We don't want to put anything. So yes. So now the user DevOps is created. So if we want to make sure, we can see LL, then home, you can see there is a folder created DevOps. So sometimes if you don't want this home directory, then you can use user add instead of add user. But most of the time you will prefer to use add user to adding a user. Okay, so like now log into that user and make sure is that user can access this file or not. So for logging any user, we need to use su dash then the username. So DevOps. Then it will ask for that user password. So 1 2 3 4. So we are getting this file. If you put pwd, we can see we are in home DevOps user. So there is problem, like no one can access any other user home directory. So we have created that file in the home directory of the Ubuntu user dd. You can see pwd, this is home Ubuntu. So every user home directory is isolated for that user, no one can access that file. So better we can create another file in the temp folder. So in temp folder any user can access. So let me create, so echo, so we put Dhaka / temp / let's put Dhaka. So we need to put sometimes it's asking for sudo. So I think that file is already created by other user. Let me check. So ll temp, we can see that that file is already there and it is different user Dhaka. That's why that user have no access to same file. So let me create a different file name. So echo test 10. Sorry, 10. didn't put there. Now you can see there is a file test.txt and the user is Ubuntu and group is Ubuntu. Go to get temp test. You can see the message is test there. So if I want to access from the test user, I will not be able to access the content because it's only read for other. Okay, I can read but I don't have access for writing. So let me get that file. So get, just put vi, then you can see the read only message. Then test. We can see the content of the file, and this is read only. So this user have no access to edit that file. If this user want to try, it will bring the error, and basically it will not be able to access. So you need to put like Q or WQ. So Q exclamatory sign for doing anything without save. So like if I want to edit that user, we can do two ways. If we give the permission, if we change the permission, or if we give the ownership of the file. So there is two ways we can give the access to that user. Like me. Okay, so we are in temp. So our file is test. Okay, so like if we want to give the user for ch mode, then just sudo ch mode for other w plus write permission temp test. So we are in the this folder user, that's why you're not able to do this. We need to go that folder. So sudo ch mode other plus w then temp test. So now temp, you can see this other have write permission now. So now if I temp test, you can see there is no message read only. So if I want to edit that file, I need to press I, then 1 2 3 4, then escape semicolon WQ. Like sometimes is anything like change that user have some impact for, you need to log in and log out. And if you go to 4 steps, get temp test. Okay, check again. Back permission. Oh, that user, I think I don't have sudo permission, that's why it's not able to access the temp folder. Let me check again. Sudo, this user have sudo part, as well, we didn't give the sudo user. So vi temp test 1 2 3. So basically this user don't have the like sudo privilege, that's why it's not able to access that file also. So better we change the ownership of the file. Okay, so let me change the ownership of that file. So now is Ubuntu. So if I change the ownership, sudo chown is the command. I put DevOps, this is for user, and DevOps, this is for the group. So I'm giving the DevOps user the DevOps group. That file temp dot test. Now if I see temp test, you can see it's changed. Before it was Ubuntu user and Ubuntu group, and now it's a DevOps user and DevOps group. So now if I want to edit that file, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can see we can edit that file. Okay. So you can now understand we can change the ownership and like file permission. Okay, so like we already see like change the permission by text. So like we put ch mode plus u. Now we are like this way is numeric, and it's like 755. For before, like we understand how this numeric is work, we need to check the like chart here. So you can see like if we put 7, then read write x, and if we put 5, then read write, and if we 5 again is for read write, and this like 7 for user, this for 5 for group, and this 5 for other, and this is the chart. So if we put 1, this is executable. If we put 2, then it's write. If we put 3, then it's read write. If we put 4, then it's read, and if we put 5, then read and x. Like let me explain like how this work. So this is like it's come. Let's draw. So like this is come this way, like this is for user, and this is for group, and this is for other. Okay, so like we see we put 7, that means user can access everything. 5, group can read and write, and these 5. Okay, how this is coming? So like if we put 2 to the power 0 is showing 1, then 2 to the power 1 equal to 2, and 2 to the power 2 equal to 4. So like if anyone to do everything, like 7 is the maximum, 1 is the minimum. So 4 plus 2 is 6, then plus 1 is 7. So if anyone have 7, they can do anything, read, write, execute. So if we want to just give only read access, then you just put 2 to the power 4. So this is for read, this is for write, and this is for execute. So like if you want to give the user only read and write, then we have to put 4 and 2. So instead of put 7, we need to put 6 here, then 5 and 5 are 7. So if like if you want to change to this user have 5 means 4 plus 1. So this user can read and execute. If you want to change this execute to write, then just put 4 and plus 2 is 6. If we put 6, then this user can read and write. That was only. Okay, so this numeric way we can also do the permission, but this is like less easier than the numeric one. So numeric word is read, write, execute. This one is easier. Okay, so which one you prefer, you can do, and you have to memorize this chart. If you don't memorize, then you can like find out what I say. 2 to the power 0 is like 0, then 2 to the power 1 is 1, and 2 to the power 2 is 4. So first one is 2 to the power 4 is read, and 2 to the power 2 means 1 is write, and 2 to the power 0, 0 is execute. So which one I prefer, you can go that way. Okay, so we already check this like group and ownership. So if you want to delete any user, you just want to use user del and the user name. And if you want to delete the user home directory also, you just add -r. So you already see which way you can like add a user in a group. So like this is a different command. Like if you want to add that user in any group like sudo group, then we can use that. command is user mode minus a capital G, that's the group name, and this is the username. Let me check this one. So we are in this file. So this is Ubuntu. So like if I want to put sudo user mode minus a G, then let me open this one. So ID DevOps. So now this user is only this group. Okay, so if we want to add this user in the Ubuntu group, then like which group we want to add, so that group should be named here. So Ubuntu, and which user want to add. So now if you want to see ID, you can see the Ubuntu user is there. Okay, so now this user is added in the Ubuntu group. Now he can do anything in the group section of that user. So like I want to add another sudo command, like if this user try to sudo update, sudo apt update. So if I put 1 2 3 4, you can see this user don't access to sudo privilege. That's why this user is not able to update the package. So now if I want to same command, if I use, if I add the user into sudo group, now this user can do the thing, but sometimes when you add the user right away, that user have no access to do that. For that purpose we need to exit and again log in. So this is the first time I think this will not be working. Let me check. Sudo apt update 1 2 3 4. You can see we didn't impact on that changes. So if we want to do that, we can like use any another command right away that we can edit, like new grp if you use, then we can right away access that command. But I think this is sudo privilege, that command is not working also. So let me exit and again log in. So now sudo apt update, asking for password. Now it should be updated. You can see this updated the list. So one thing is like when we update any sudo apt update, that will update the package list. Like every have a package list, this package list will be updated. It will not update the package or software. In Windows we are calling software, in Linux we are calling package. So here is 37 package can be updated by run upgradable sudo apt update. So if we use sudo apt upgrade, then it will upgrade all 37 packages. So sudo apt is the update the package list only, and upgrade will be the updated those all packages that are included in the list. Okay, so you can see, so this command is here. So like new grp, so either log in and log out, we can use that command also. But when you're using the as a fast sudo privilege, that command should not work. So for that we need to exit and log out. So we can see anything like for update the package, we are asking for the password. Okay, so we want to remove that option, then we can edit this file and add that line, then this will user not asking for the password. Let me try that one. And for that one we are in the Ubuntu user. So this is like a very important file, that's why we need to switch to root user. So sudo su, it will switch to root user, otherwise this command will not working. So then vi, and one thing like this is a very important file, like you want to see like cat etc. So we can see this is the like important configuration file. So if we add any user in that file, that user we don't ask for the password, but this is very important file. That's why before we do any change, we need to take a backup of that file. For taking a backup of that file, we are just using like cp is the first copy, In what file you want to copy? etc sudo ers. Where you want to copy or which name should be put? So back sudo ers. You can see this file is copied here, but this user is root, that's why here is root user, root code. Okay, so now let me edit that file. So vi sudo etc sudo sudo ers. So for editing we need to put I, then our user is DevOps, then we need to put all, then equal to all, then no pause wd clone. Make sure space and capitalization should be maintained, and this is very sensitive file, so everything should be perfect, otherwise this file will be corrupted and this OS will not be working. Okay, so no pass wd. Now for saving wq, now this user is not asking for password, so sometimes we need this any user to give the privilege to do anything without password. Most of the we need, like when I'm running a CI/CD pipeline, so that user need to more powerful work to do, so then we need to put these options. So what command or steps we need to do in the DevOps section, we are trying to showing those command only. Okay, so if any new thing will come in when we are seeing any project, that command I will explain that time also. So in summary, we see the ls for like view the file, chmod is the permission section, chown the ownership of the change of the file. So here they create like a more practical session for like permission ensure security and control, who can access, modify or execute file your system, push it for DevOps system admins. This is the example. Let's create a new user, DevOps user, give them a project folder and make sure only they can access it. That means only those group people can access that file, other people are not able to access that one. So this is a common task for DevOps when setting up the team. Okay, so that's the way we create a user. So we already know add user for create the user. So sudo add user, DevOps user, then we put create a directory, make directory, opt, then project, then we change the ownership. So chown, put the DevOps user owner group of the like opt/project. So if we want to put the like DevOps user and group, then we can to put the user also here. Then sudo chmod 7, then project opt project folder, and 7 means we already know user, read, write, execute, and 7 is the maximum level, and for like group and other have no access of that folder. Okay, so when you do some like practical, you can clear those cancel. So add user is like if you want to change the password, we can use sudo, then pass wd and the username, then you can change that user password. So we already check this one. So task, we already create a file. Chmod here like we put 6, so read for 4 and write for 2. So this have user have read access, and other group for 4, that means only read, and other have no access. And chown, this one I create user Rajiv and DevOps group, that file. So user Rajiv have access this file, and DevOps group also have access that file. Okay, then sudo vi sudo we edit the file. This password section already see. So if we want to switch to any user, so we need to put su, then dash, then that username, then we can switch to that user after typing the password. And one command is df minus h, like its file structure we can see. So if we put df minus h, we can see the file system and file structure. So like dev root is 6.8 GB, used is 2.2, available is 4.6, and 33% is the root section for this the slash. So if I want what type of file system is, then we need to put T. Then you can see this is ext4 file system. So sometimes when you do some like file system, then we need to know what file system is. It would be like EFS or ext4 or any other kind of file. So when I do some like storage related issue, then we need to use this command. So this is the basic of the Linux to know as a DevOps engineer. So next video we will talk about networking concepts to become a DevOps engineer. So I hope this video will be helpful for you. So if you think this video is helpful for you, subscribe the channel and like the video.